Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? I think today's theme is just going to be free cards for big comebacks. Because I think that's what we're working on today. We're going to be playing some Rakdos, because I haven't done that in a minute. And I think this actually could be pretty good. So if you're looking for something to play for the next week or so till the next set goes live, and we're talking about Thunder Junction, then maybe this could be what you're looking for. But we're going to start with some Go for the Throat and Shielded Zedix because we do need some early removal. We also need some early creatures. So we're going to play Tenacious Underdog, which is obviously great both early and late. And we're going to play Blood Tithe Harvester. So even more removal here. We're going to have plenty of removal options, so that's not going to be a problem. We are going to play a couple of push-pull, which we played in the, I guess it was the mono red deck or whatever recently that worked out pretty well. So we'll have access to this. We do also have some Phyrexian Arena, along with Preacher of the Schism, because this card's just ridiculously good. We are going to play Brotherhoods in, and it's a little bit questionable because we do have our own Underdogs and Harvesters. However, Underdogs can be played from the graveyard, so that's really awesome. And this helps deal with all those mono red with the Boros tokens, whatever. And we have a fair amount of creatures that are going to have 4+ toughness, so it's not that big a deal. Speaking of which, we are rocking some Shieldred, because why wouldn't we be? And our top end really is going to be Vein Ripper. While we do have some Trumpeting Carnosaur, this can be used as removal and probably will be a few times. But we are going to play a chance to get some more of those free cards. So between Carnosaur, Jamil, which can just get us things every turn, and Virtue of Persistence. So hopefully that package of stuff will be our late game cards that help us close things out. Don't know how it's going to go, but you know the drill. If you want to download it, description down below, look for the blue arrows that'll take you to my Moxfield link. You can get this and a bunch of other stuff you can play in the last few days of the season. Or you can hang around, which I recommend, and see how many games we actually win with this big crazy pile. Opponent goes first, but I don't think we can afford to get rid of this. Holding a couple of decent plays here. Intriguing. I'm going to go with this. So if it gets countered or killed, it just goes to the graveyard. We can play it later. Okay. Like, that's mostly fine. Like, one of those things that, it's kind of annoying, but, like, whatever. I guess we stick this. I don't even know if that's going to be the best thing to be doing in this fight. But they might just get rid of it. Who knows? Nope, they have a Chrome Shark. Fortunately, I have a way to get rid of that. Oh, we have multiple ways to get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Actually, I say that. Should I just go for the throat here? And save this in case I have a Planeswalker? Maybe we'll do that. Might be overthinking it, too. But we'll see. At least currently, we can match them card for card as we're drawing more. And even replay the Underdog. Possibly stick a Shamil. I don't know if we'll get that to hit or not. Okay, more lands, so Shamil can show up on time. Do we just try to go for this? I mean, opponent might just Wandering Emperor here too, right? Nope, it was an Elspeth Smite. Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't Tenacious Underdog, huh? That could have went terribly. I almost want to just lose the life to take a card here. This sounds kind of dumb, but I'm actually going to do it. I mean, if they counter, they counter, or whatever. Like, it's a great use of a counter for them, because we have other stuff we'd rather resolve, so... it's asking me if I want to pay it, but there's no way I could pay 2. Because this is a blood token. That's weird. Oh, I guess I could have just responded. That's all. Which I still might do. Oh, I have an actual thing for that card. Oh my god. That's what I get for getting greedy. That'll teach me. Ah, if I'd have just left mana up. Well, now I have to decide if it's worth even playing Shamil next turn or not. I'm going to get rid of push-pull, because I don't think that's really what we're trying to do right now. Okay, that I like. Double Shamil we don't really need. Okay, that's cool too. Now we have this with the Shieldred's Edict backup. So also good that we held on to this and didn't use it, because we can use that as a chance to hit Zergo and Ojutai. Opponent says, nah, I'm just passing, bruh. Interesting. So they just decided to pass. So they just want a Wandering Emperor or Duder? Is that what the game plan is? I don't know how I feel about that. It's got to be a Wandering Emperor, right? Or else they would have went for that. If I do this, they get rid of this. And then what? I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to play this. And then if they just, like, Sunfall or something, whatever. End the turn. No attacks. And I only cast one spell, so it stays night. Yeah, see, it was a Wandering Emperor. Not often, but sometimes I'm smarter than I look. You got it, opponent. You got it. Also doesn't look like they're going to sweep her here because they would have just +1'd and whatever. Okay, there's Zergo and Ojutai. We'll get to kill that. Opponent didn't +1 here, which is very interesting. Let's make them sacrifice a non-token creature. Alright, cool. We got there. Sure, I guess we'll keep this. Not totally sure what we're doing with it just yet. But we're at least finding mana, so that's a thing. Go ahead and kill the underdog. Like I say, you didn't keep a hand that had nothing in it. That wouldn't have made sense. Here comes another kill spell. Yep, you got it. Okay, they don't have much here. I think I'm going to go with this first, just to test the waters. We have another kill spell? Another cut down? No, it wasn't. I was kind of wouldn't have been upset if they would have killed it, so we get the card before the end step, and if it's a land, we could have played it. It was not a land, though. Okay. We did get a land. Alright, kill spell for that dude. It's gotta be, right? What else did you keep in it? Wow, it's not. Ooh. What did they keep? I mean, the start was cool, I guess. Maybe they're missing a color. That's gotta be the problem, right? This makes no sense. Oh, we're gonna kill it now? Oh, March. Alright, they might have just drawn that. Wait, they only marched it. Why did you not march it for enough to kill it? What is that about? Like, I don't... Okay, sure, man. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm just some dude on the internet. I don't know what's happening. Okay, that was a weird game. No red mana here, but this is fine. We're not too upset about this. Like, if we were to mulligan to 6 without the Blood Tithe Harvester, this would still be a hand we're keeping. So there's no point in really getting rid of it, you know? And then there's the red land. I don't think we need the Harvester on 2. Especially if this is just going to be some type of domain deck. But it may not be. This could just be like Esper mid-rangey stuff. This could be where we see Rafine? No, a Jace, though. Okay.
The weak-minded will be educated. Phyrexia's ways.
You got it, fam.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
What do I want to do here? I think if we do this, we at least have a chance to kill Jace. Even though they probably just kill our preacher here. But I figured if Jace goes to 5, we could check Jace for 2 and whatever. But now they might just play a Wandering Emperor, and we get none of those things. So we'll see. Okay, they're just going to mill us for 4. Actually, they milled us for more than that. Oh, they minus 4, so it's 12. Alright. Interesting. So, do they not have a removal card in hand? Because they definitely could have just kept plussing Jace here. Oh, that could be good in this fight, too. Shamil here is kind of nice. Is this just Wandering Emperor time? Like, I don't know. It's like I'm so confused. Like, what are we trying to do right now? I mean, I guess we just let him Wandering Emperor. We're not going to just not do anything, but that's so peculiar. I mean, we get a card. So even if they Emperor, whatever. Okay. And there wasn't even an Emperor. Wow. Yeah, I guess they dig for a sweeper here. I mean, because that's the only thing I can think of that... I mean, they have 2 blue. Yeah, that's what I thought. That makes sense. So if they Sunfall... I mean, we're just playing Blood Tithe Harvester. It'd be nice if we could find... Well, it's not going to be a Sunfall. I'm going to say it'd be nice if we could find Phyrexian Arena to go with our Blood Tithe Harvester. And then we could cast 2 things next turn and increase the odds that we actually get to cast Shamil, which would be pretty sweet. But maybe there's just counters. I don't know. This whole situation with Jace not sticking or whatever kind of indirectly rattled me a little bit. Did you find a Wandering Emperor when you're on your deluge your opponent? Hey, we found the Phyrexian Arena, though, that we wanted. That's sweet. And they're just going to take 5 more. What the hell is happening, team? And they're at 8 already? I mean, alright. You got to have counters in your hand. Just which ones is it? Are they? Okay, no more lies. That's fair. Alright, I'm just going to go here. Try to set up some amount of lethal. I mean, they might have a Sunfall and just needed to get to 5 untapped lands. So we're probably going to see that here. But then if we get an untapped land, we stick Shamil, which is pretty good. Or we're just going to go Shieldred and see what happens. Either way, because they're proving that they don't have spot removal. Either that or they're just willing to lean on getting to a Sunfall first and then doing something after that. Which is, you know, totally reasonable plan. Sometimes you got to be willing to go to a low life. That is not a Sunfall, opponent.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia.
That is, Okay. So we attack the opponent, right? We'll get a card. Don't really need that. And then I guess we just Shamil? Because why not? You got it. Didn't really need it. I probably could have put that in hand, actually. Yeah, I probably should have put it in hand. Alright, there goes 18 cards. I guess they just have another Jace. And then another Jace. Yep. Alright, cool. They got it. We'll keep it, I guess. Can't imagine we're going to do too much more. I mean, it's a removal heavy hand, so this ends up being some type of control deck. This is going to do nothing. But it's not. We got the tokens deck. Okay. What is this going to look like? This is a matchup where Phyrexian Arena is not great for us, believe it or not. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to use these cards on our turn. Because we could just kill something. We could play Arena. We have a way to kill multiple creatures next turn. I think we play the Arena. Which feels a little bit like we're playing a dangerous game here. I think ultimately, except for the control matchups, I don't know how badly we want Arena. I'd almost rather those just be werewolves. You know, I'm okay with that. If that's how that has to go down this turn, we can live with that. Like, that had potential to be way worse. Alright, we'll go here. Into this. Probably just going to get rid of a creature since it's a sorcery. Just save ourselves some anguish there. Now they can still, like, go nuts here. Okay. Yeah, I will gladly trade. Like, no questions asked. You got it. This is where we need to hit Shieldred or... Okay, that's good. We did it on the first card. I was going to say, or Shamil, or... What's his name? The big vampire, like something. So we could just get some free cards, some extra life. But that's enough. Okay. This is one of those hands that, like, if it's not against a creature deck, this doesn't do a lot here early. So we're kind of hoping. That's not a good sign. Unless this is exactly, I was going to say, exactly that deck with the Haughty Djinn or whatever. Otherwise, we're doing a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so they get to counter some things now, I am assuming. But we really don't have much they get to counter, so... Sure, add more stuff to the graveyard. Yep, you got it. Yep. I mean, this is one of those draws that isn't doing much. The opponent just gets to load up here. Not much we can do about it. Yeah, don't think we're doing much here. We'll just take our turn. Alright, well, there's an underdog. At least if it's get countered, it just goes to the graveyard. But who knows? They might want to waste a counter on it. Keep stuff off the battlefield. But I assume... I was going to say, you let it resolve, then you play a Haughty Djinn. Try to protect the Haughty Djinn. Do we even care to pay for that? Yeah, I guess so. Why not? I mean, they're going to play a Haughty Djinn, and we're still going to have to be fighting to kill it anyway. It's just a matter if they have a land that leaves mana up to protect it, I think is where we're at. If they have just 3 lands, okay, well, never mind. They get to protect it. It's kind of that simple. In an odd way, if we get an untap land, we could get them to block and then maybe fire off either of these in combination with the Go for the Throat. That could work. That could be a thing, maybe. But there's really not much else to do here. I mean, we're just attacking. They're going to counter something. Oh, so they are going to give us what we want. Okay, sure. So when we play this, this will get countered. Which is fine, because I don't think we're going to get in a point where this matters anyway. I mean, obviously you have something here, right? We're not just making that block otherwise. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it seems highly unlikely. Alright, so they're just going to consider. Wow, we didn't even have to waste our Go for the Throat? Huh. Okay, well, that went better than anticipated, outside of us drawing more land, but... Alright. That's the thing that happened. Draw to course, get some cards. So they have access to a Prankster. They didn't counter our spell. I mean, granted, they've seen 3 cards since then. They may have drawn one. But this feels like it poses so many questions. Obviously, they have Reanimator spells that can get stuff back, too. We do have to pay attention to those. I guess we just go here. I mean, they can spend a... Oh, they don't have it. I was going to say Fading Hope or something, but... Alright. Cool, you got it. There's about to be a pile of Lidlands. Sure, you got it. Ooh, can we get the opponent with a Brotherhood's End? That would be kind of sicko, wouldn't it? Let's try that. Deal 3. And then we still have access to go for the third. And they might just fire off a bunch of stuff to try to keep Monastery Mentor large as well. Sure. And the only reason I didn't attack first to see what they would play and block with the whatevers, it would put Shieldred at jeopardy with the Brotherhood's End, the way I was going to play that turnout. But by now, I'm assuming they have one of their Reanimator cards, right? Or that would make a lot of sense. Alright, we're going to auto-war that, sure. I don't have anything cool in the graveyard to get, so I think we're just on Trumpeting Carnosaur next turn. Though, if I could start stealing stuff from their graveyard, that would be kind of sweet. Start blocking their Haughty Djinns with their own Haughty Djinns. That would be exciting. I could have some fun with that. Alright, well that's going to have to wait a turn, it looks like. Let's just go here. Ooh, and we get a Shieldred for free? For free? That's awesome. Okay, they're down to 11. I feel like we navigated the early parts of this game pretty well, considering we had a pretty slow draw. Alright, Haughty Djinn's back. Before we had a chance to steal one, unfortunately. I guess the good news is we're still at 15. Otherwise, we'd be close to dead already. And they can still probably put another, like, 4 or 5 cards in their graveyard. So that's real. Alright. So how do we win here? We'd have to... Well, if we draw something to kill a Haughty Djinn, that helps lock this up. But if we don't, how do we not die? Because those can just surveil some cards into the graveyard, and that could be enough to kill us. Or this might go somewhere. Okay, hold up. Not quite cooking with gas, but we're cooking with something here. Alright, if we do Brotherhood's End, deal 3 to everything. Whoa, wait. Okay, let's check it in case I want to activate my land here. And then we attack. We could go with just this. But I don't know if we should... Yeah, this is more damage. Let's go here. Like, they can block. I mean, they gotta to not die. Okay. They just chose to give up there. We'll take it. Okay. Like, this? I mean, if we can get 2 more land, I'm alright. If we have to wait on the Shamil. But if we don't get the land, whoo boy, this is gonna hurt. Like, a lot. Especially since they probably just have a play with fire here. Ooh, they didn't have it. Alright, cool. Come on, untap land. Come on, untap. Actually, all the land would be untapped. We just need a land. Oh, that's not true. Restless Vents or whatever. We didn't get there. Didn't get there. I'm going to use this on here. And then go ahead and just play the new one. Because we'll need removal for bigger things. And now we can get rid of something that's 4 toughness if they kept a weird draw. Nope, they want to kill that. They're like, those are annoying. Okay, found a land. So we're back on track, at least for a moment. Thought I was going to have to use these blood tokens for a second. Alright. You got it. And we have a dead preacher. Yep. Like, I don't know how I knew. I was just like, one of those things. You're just like, man, I just feel it. This ain't going to go our way. Okay, what do we want to do here? I think we're digging for lands. I don't think we care that much about Brotherhood's End. I mean, I'll regret that later, I'm sure. Oh, no. That's not good either. Alright, pass a turn. I'm assuming they'll play a dinosaur first before trying to attack. No. Alright, do you have a way to protect it? They do not. And they didn't have another dinosaur. That's good, I guess. Alright, we got Shieldred to stick. Oh gosh, y'all, you know what that means? That means they just have huge-ass monsters in hand. Oh gosh. This is going to be scary as hell. I mean, we still got to attack. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Probably get rid of... Man, Vein Ripper does fly, though. This could get us two things. Oh, what do we want here? I think I'm going Vein Ripper, so I'm going to get rid of this. Though this is also a removal for something if we don't get the lands. Yeah, I got to get rid of Vein Ripper. That's unfortunate. Well, we didn't get there anyway. Alright. So it ended up being the right choice, but a little bit scary still. Alright, here comes Carnosaur or something. I was going to say, you got big mana here. Alright, you got another monster. Glad we gained this life along the way. That's all I can say. Oh, now they get to kill Shieldred. Oh, no. The wheels are falling off, folks. The wheels are falling off. Alright. Oh, we can't do that and that. Alright, we'll do this. Pass the turn, because we can still shoot a Carnosaur before they're attacked, so they can't attack with a Hammer Skull. Well, never mind. They had a Tali, so it doesn't matter anyway. Alright, GG's. We got stuck on land, and they just drew all of it, so it didn't matter. Oh, man. This... Ooh. I'm going to gamble. Oh, no. Is this just mono red? Oh, this could be a bad decision. Actually, I say that. Not the worst. We've got 2 instant speed removal spells. We can use a Trumpeting Carnosaur, and then we have Shieldred. So, like maybe. Maybe this is still a thing. We'll see. Sure. Let's kill this guy. Why not? I guess I could have been more patient in case they had, like, a rage or something, but that's fine. Wow, just gonna instant speed play with fire me. The disrespect. Alright, well, I'm down to 14. Opponent's got 3 cards left. We continually are drawing lands, so that's good. Godric. Okay, sure. That works. They got nothing? I think I'm going to go for the throat here. I'm just thinking, like, if there's a rage or something, the trumpeting... Okay, they don't even have that. Alright, so Trumpeting Carnosaur is just a real card next turn. Good to know. We can gain life with that later. I'm going to gamble on this. If they have, like, a Witch Stalker Frenzy, whatever. You got it, you got it. Alright. Sure. Sounds great. Think we're okay here, folks. Yeah, when the opponent... When Mono Red just decides not to attack, that's exactly where you want to be. I can probably start attacking here safely, so I think that's what I'm going to do. They've got 1 card in hand. We have Carnosaur as a removal if necessary. Otherwise, we just cast Carnosaur next turn. And even if we use Carnosaur, we still have Shamil, so that's fine. Do we go to 9? We go to 9. I'm willing to risk it. Because we're going to go back up to 11. Alright, attacking for 4. It's crazy how neither of us has really missed a land drop here, I don't think. But, let's go here. Oh, put it in our hand. We don't need another Shieldred. Alright, that'll do it. Let's keep it. Ah, I don't see these too often. Somebody using the actual, ones from New Capenna. That's cool. Always thought those were pretty sweet. Warden. Oh, so is this? Huh. Okay. I feel like this might be a tokens deck, but the opponent is going with the life gain option on the Lunarch Veteran. It is. Interesting. Okay. Then let's do what we can here. Put some blockers down. We'll attack. Make more blockers. Oh, sweet. Love to see that. A whole new plan now. And then we get to attack. Still make the 1/1. So we have a lifelinker. Well, we already know opponent's going to flash in 2 creatures here. Like that's a secret at this point. We're attacking with just this. Oh, they're just going to Iganjo. I thought they were going to use reinforcements here. That was not what I thought they were going to do. But okay, interesting. So they didn't even play a land there. They would rather kill the Preacher. That says a lot, though. That says their hand is really afraid of this type of card, and they just scoop. Got to mulligan this with no red lands. This is a little bit better. We'll keep, and I'm going to get rid of 1 arena and see what we can do with this. Oh, well. Gonna do this again. Alright. Gotta find a red land. Because we're gonna be trying to sweep the board. And we're probably gonna have to do it next turn. Or else this is gonna get real bad. Come on, untap red source. That's a bad sign. Alright. See what the opponent's got going on here. They're going to use a blood token. Okay. Getting rid of a land even. Okay, so their hand was pretty mana heavy. And Warden. Okay. Oh man, if we can get an untapped red source right now, it's so good. Otherwise, we have to just kill a Warden, I think. Which is unfortunate. Well, we have to kill a Warden anyway now, or else we can't wipe their boards. That's not a thing. They bottomed a couple of cards here. We did get the red source. But I think we're better off just killing Warden. No need to get too crazy here. I can attack, but I'm actually going to just let my life total sit. I don't want to risk any extra damage we don't need to, especially if, like, we would have attacked and they play something like War Chief's Call or whatever, War Leader's Call. Then they would have attacked for 6, and that would have really sucked. You don't want to get caught in that situation. Alright. Now we go ahead and do it, and we're just left dealing with the bat. Actually, we'll attack first. Just to see. They probably don't block. I wouldn't block. Alright. And then deal 3 to everything. Alright, so now it's just a bat. If we can get an untapped land, we get a Shieldred. If not, we start attacking with Preacher and making little lifelinkers. That's like the best thing we can do. we got there? Shieldred. Making a Merrick's token. Opponent goes to 15 here. Alright, making another token. Not even attacking with bat. Like, they want to be able to block that badly. Huh. Well, I'm almost wondering if I want to do this and leave up a Go for the Throat. I'm assuming their hand has to be like the 3-1 guy or 3-2, whatever, right? Like, and just playing Preacher would block it. But yeah, I'm going to do this. We're at 17 life, so we're not really under pressure. We can kind of take our time here. And if it's just the case, we're not that worried about it. Reinforcements. Okay. And again, leaving mana up, so if they do have a case, which they might. Nope, they're just going to play a big 4-4 here. Yeah, if that's their plan, that's nearly game. Not quite. They did smartly leave up another creature. Alright, we're not too concerned yet. But we know what's in their hand. If we can find a way to kill the other bat, then that would be game, because we'd attack for 7 and then they'd lose 2. Backup Shieldred's cute. Alright, so what's the most they could do? They play... Well, if they get a land, they could play this and this. So then they would have 3, 6, 7, 8 from a bat, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Not cool, man. Not cool. Alright, so we go with this. As there's no need for us to attack, as that's bad. Oh, they're discarding that. Wow. I thought they would have just went for broke and... Okay. So... Now we attack. I'm now thinking, like, what else can happen here? Same situation if they drew another Evangelist? Am I supposed to just attack with Shieldred and then just force them to block? I mean, they wouldn't even be forced to block, though. They go to 5. Yeah, alright, sure. I mean, I guess this is cool. They can make 2 2/2s here, I guess, on their turn. That's a thing. Or maybe they just play a case. And that would make sense, too. But now they go to 2. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, even if they have Recruiter plus Case, we block one thing, we take some amount of damage, and then we just play the other Shieldred? But now I think we're good. Yeah, the best thing they can do isn't enough here. Because now they just die to a Shieldred. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, full disclosure before we get into the deck, like, y'all, I beg of you, if you're playing control decks, please play quickly. I've played against several control decks that either just played really slow and the games are super long, and several of them, I'm sorry if I played you, but I just conceded in the middle of them because, like, I'm not going to get to use those for footage, and when I'm making videos, it's unfortunate, but, like, when the games are already looking like they're going to go 20 plus minutes, I'd rather just have 2 or 3 other games in the video other than that. There's not room for more than one really long game and a 30 to 40 minute runtime video. So that's just kind of what it is. That being said, I did have one game I did finish and I lost to it, but again, it was a long game, so it's just not going to be on here. That said, those decks aside, this actually worked fine, not a surprise. One thing we did know though is push-pull doesn't really do much, mostly because in this particular build, it's almost too slow for the fast decks, but doesn't have as much effect in several of the long games because the majority of the spells are exiling unless you're playing against just black decks, right? So that doesn't really do what we want it to do. So I'm fine getting rid of that. while I enjoyed the idea of Vein Ripper, it's fine. I just don't think we need that many 6-mana things, and our tip-offs on the other cards are just better to be able to play the other things. I would have liked one more red mana along the way, I think, just to make sure we could play Brotherhoods in reliably. I'm not opposed to also playing an extra Brotherhoods in, and maybe even cutting one Shamil, and just running extra bats. I think I'm okay with. I think we're only at 24 lands still, which feels a touch light, but we do have stuff like Harvester to be able to draw out the blood token. We do have Phyrexian Arenas. We do have Preachers that can draw cards. So it's like mostly fine. But the other option is we could cut a Shieldred, but I don't know how I feel about that. I think I want to add Deep Cavern Bats. Oops, it helps if I spell cavern correctly, so we can actually find the card. Oh, not 2 wins, 1 end. Come on now, we'll get there. All right, and then at least 3 bats. I don't know if we need more. Maybe we just go the full 4 bats and go 61 cards and just be degenerates. But I was trying to get away from playing the bats, especially since we're playing Brotherhood's Ends. But if we're going to play the bats, we have less use for Brotherhood's Ends, so I'm going to go ahead and cut one. But overall, I mean, the deck's good. It plays a bunch of cards you expect to be good. It's not really a surprise. Like, we had a lot of late-game comeback wins. You're not going to be on the front foot for a lot of your games. You're going to be winning with, like, Shieldred, with Trumpeting Carnosaur, with Shamil, with Virtue of Persistence. The early cards really just get you to the late game. That's kind of all this is. But, I mean, it did what we wanted. I mean, I can't be that upset about it. If anything, there is a consideration to be made for going back to playing Trespasser. I think if you wanted to play some number of those over maybe some number of Brotherhood's Ends, I think that's a real choice as well if you want to go down that road. Matter of fact, if you don't have Vein Ripper, I would probably just play the Trespassers in that place. Like, this list could very well cut a Shieldred, cut a Vein Ripper, play 2 Trespassers. And I think those would be fine in a lot of cases. And still be usable in practically every matchup, right? So I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. But that's probably all I would be doing here if I made those changes. But as it stands, what we'd go with, what I'm going to post, is 4 Deep Cavern Bat, 4 Go for the Throat, 2 Shieldred's Edict, 3 Tenacious Underdog, 4 Blood Tithe Harvester, 2 Phyrexian Arena, 3 Preacher of the Schism, 3 Brotherhoods, and 4 Shieldred the Apocalypse. Again, I think you could cut a Shieldred, you could cut a Vein Ripper, the 1 Vein Ripper, play 2 Trespasser. You have 3 Trumpeting Carnosaur, 1 Shamil the Inner Sun, 2 Virtue of Persistence, 7 Swamp, 3 Mountains, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 4 Haunted Ridge, 3 Restless Vents, 2 Sulphur Springs. The 1 Field of Ruin really didn't do anything in here, so I'm actually going to cut that Field of Ruin, and probably I think I'm going to make it a Merix. Just so we can have something that makes tokens that we can fight with in the long game. However, if you like black decks, we did do an updated version of the Fight Club deck just to see how it fared at the end of the season, and it did very well. So if that's your vibe and you want something to play until Thunder Junction comes out, check it out. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.